Hi, and welcome to the Saved, Healed, and Made Whole podcast, where holistic health really can be simple, affordable, and attainable for you and your family. I am your host, Kayla J. Esteban. I am a biblical naturopathic doctor at Sozo Holistic Healing, where I work with natural-minded moms to find healing in mind, body, and spirit. So go grab your favorite cup of herbal tea, take a deep, relaxing breath, and we'll get started. Happy New Year! And actually, incidentally, January 1st is also my birthday, so happy birthday to me, although I am recording this sometime in December because at the moment that this is being posted, I am in the mountains in the snow enjoying myself there. So this is just pre-recorded, but so happy almost New Year as I'm recording this. But I don't know about you, and I don't know if it's because my birthday starts at the beginning of the new year, but I've always been into like starting off the new year in a certain way, like making new plans or new goals or aspirations. I feel like New Year's resolutions is kind of like a term that we don't really like to use anymore. So whatever other term intentions or things like that you prefer. I've always been kind of a nerd about starting new things and kind of nerding out over the potential of the year that's coming out. So last year it was my goal to experiment to kind of make my own signature gluten-free bread that I have been working on. I haven't quite gotten there to what I would perfect it, but it's a work in progress and it's gotten like reasonably good to where I'm somewhat satisfied. So this year I'm thinking that I'd really like to start trying to make my own kombucha because I don't know about you, I love the GT's brand of kombucha, but when both of my husband and I drink it regularly, it really starts to exceed our grocery budget. So wish me luck on that. If you have any tips or anything, by all means, leave a comment if you're listening to this on YouTube, or you can reply, contact me on my website if you have any suggestions for me, because I'm looking forward to that. So to start off the new year right, just because especially I know like health has always been like big resolutions and goals and intentions for people at the start of the year, especially since like coming off of the holidays, we haven't always been like our healthiest selves. And I think classically, like the number one resolution was losing weight. I believe last year, though, the number one resolution was to go to therapy. So even though it's kind of a shift from physical health to mental health, I think we can all agree that like health is a really great aspiration. And so to kind of honor that, or to sort of provide some guidance or direction maybe for some of your health aspirations or intentions this year, I just wanted to kind of highlight all of my offerings. If you are not familiar with them yet, if this is the first time that you're listening to my podcast, or you're kind of newer on the scene, or maybe you've been in my space and you're on my email list for a while, but you just kind of need a refresher of a comprehensive list of everything that I have to offer. So this is going to be kind of just like a quick little rundown, sort of a little holistic health menu for you. So the first thing that I have available is something called Refresh. And this is great because it's actually free. So if you are looking to just try out something that I have available and you're not quite ready for the investment yet, this is a really great thing to check out. It is a 30-day health challenge specifically designed for holistic moms, but really anybody can get something out of it. And it is a challenge that uses a private podcast with short little like 5 to 10 minute episodes that you can listen to every day. And each day of the challenge, it focuses on a different aspect of health in mind, body, and spirit. So it's very comprehensive, like a well-rounded kind of idea of health. If you're looking to kind of like hit the refresh button on your health, or you want to kind of jumpstart something, just like get into a new groove, this is a really great challenge. And with every podcast episode, I am kind of like cheering you on, also there to support you and make sure that you get through the challenge, because 30 days can be a little bit of a process. And there is also a downloadable, handy dandy little calendar sort of thing with each one of the challenges for each of the 30 days. So it's very easy to keep track of. And I will put a link below in the show notes where you can access that easily. The next thing that I have is kind of like my main bread and butter sort of offering, and that is my Revive consultations. And if you have any kind of health conditions that are specific to you, this could be health like physical health, but it could also be like mental, emotional, cognitive health, even spiritual health. So, like things like addictions or like generational curses, things like that. Like, so anything mind, body, and spirit, it is all applicable in the Revive consultations. And these are private sessions, so it is personalized to you. I specialize especially in women's health, so things like fertility, pregnancy, postpartum recovery, but also a lot of trauma recovery because, those things affect our mind, body, and spirit as well and can have long-term health issues related to that trauma. There's also things like gut health, food sensitivities, hormone balance, and a lot of other things that I specialize in specifically. If you are ready to set up a session or you have questions about what I can do, kind of how it all works, you can always contact me. There's a link below. You can set up a free discovery call if you want to talk to me about your specific health issues, and I can give you more details on exactly how I would approach that. I do everything that everything is muscle tested, so it is specifically targeted towards you and like designed for you. Everything is completely personalized, and there are all the details below. If you go to the link with the Revive consultations below, you can see there's a lot more details. There's an FAQ section on that page, and anything else that I haven't addressed on that page, you're welcome to contact me for. The next thing that I have available is an in-person only offering, and it's only for babies. But if, as I'm talking, if you don't live locally to me in the San Gabriel Valley in California, or if you are an adult or your children have outgrown the baby stage, you can always just keep listening and I'll explain how some of this offering may still be how I have a kind of a virtual or older person alternative. And so this, if you're not familiar with craniosacral fascial therapy, it's a combination of myofascial release and craniosacral therapy. So it's a bodywork session for babies that just helps with removing there's like birth trauma and anything that in the fascia that might have gotten strained or pulled, whether it's inside the mom or on the way out. Babies, just like birth is just a tough thing, whether it's vaginal or cesarean, no matter how they come out, it's just not easy. And babies with fascia issues can have, it can show up as like latching or feeding issues with painful breastfeeding or just not able to pull the milk out very efficiently. It could also be gas and reflux and other tummy troubles. It could be developmental delays, like if a baby's not able to really roll over effectively because one side of their body's too tight, or torticollis with their neck. It could even be like irregular head shapes if you want to avoid wearing a baby helmet for your baby if they're starting to get a flat spot, or if just the fascia is pulling their head to an irregular shape. There's so many other issues. Those are kind of the main things, but honestly, like I feel like every baby has some kind of feeding or sleeping or tummy issue, and all of those things are at least partially addressable with craniosacral fascial therapy. I do use some of my other techniques and will make some other herbal recommendations and things like that that can help as well. So it's very comprehensive and kind of employs all of my other knowledge besides just CFT. And that means that if somebody is virtual, I'm able to not use CFT, but use everything else. So all of the other techniques that I use in my Revive consultations are also applicable to babies that are done virtually. I've worked on babies virtually with all of these other techniques, and And even with small children, even if they were in person with me, and it's just not like toddlers don't really like to be touched with CFT. So I was able to like sit on the other side of the room while they played peacefully and just do my other techniques and things like that to help with that. So if you have any questions about how all of that works and kind of like the nitty-gritty details, you're welcome to check out the link below. There's some more details, but you can also send me a message if you want to contact me below at the link. And the next thing that I have available is workshops. And if you have been in my space over this past year, you might have seen me talk about the workshops that I've held on specific topics. You might have even attended some of them yourself. I offered them live once a month for a certain period of time. And I had to kind of cut them off with the holidays. I've got a little too busy to be hosting workshops. I will hopefully resume them later this year. But if you missed out on any of those workshops, you can find a complete list. I will put the link in the show notes so you can check them all out. I wanted them to be topics that were very easily applicable, especially to moms, with really just clear, simple strategies that address these health issues. Something that is really affordable for any budget, because I really do believe that holistic health can and should be available to anybody, no matter what, if they're a really busy mom, if they're a mom on a budget. Everybody deserves to have their health issues addressed in some way, shape, or form. If like my Revive one-to-one consultations is just not in your range at the moment, I totally understand, and you can always just get started with these workshops and to check them out, and at least it will be something that gets you going. It won't be quite as personalized as my consultation, but there's a lot of either free or easy, budget-friendly things that you can do at home. And when you're ready to start a consultation, you can always contact me after that. The next thing is my herbal products. So a lot of my things on my website you will see are downloadables, like the workshops, or even like the virtual sessions or in-person sessions, but I do have a few physical products, and one of them is a specially formulated Nora tea, which, if you're not familiar, it stands for nettle, oat straw, raspberry leaf, and alfalfa. It's an acronym, and it's a perfect multivitamin, especially if you are looking to have a baby, to boost your fertility, if you want if you're pregnant or you're in your postpartum recovery. These herbs are specially designed for women, specially designed for those particular points of life, but also just in general, like as a busy mom, if you're struggling to keep up all of your nutrients and your hydration, just keeping that tea off to the side where you can just grab it and sip at it during the day is a great thing, a great strategy that's very simple and easy to accomplish. I also have a labor prep tea that is similar ingredients but just different ratios, and it's really great if you have a little one on the way, or if you're looking for a really great baby shower gift to give to somebody. And at the end of a really tiring day, if you're looking to soak your feet, especially if you wear heels or something like that, or you've been on your feet chasing after kids or just walking at work, whatever you've been doing, it's a foot soak, but I also have a bigger jar that is like a full body soak that you can do in the bath with Epsom salt and baking soda to help with your skin pH and with absorbing those nutrients from the Epsom salt, along with some herbs that are specially designed to relax your nervous system and to ease any kinds of tight muscles, to replenish your body from any lost minerals during stress and things like that. So it's not only to help you to just relax, like relaxing is nice by itself, but it also really nourishes you and replenishes you after a really stressful, tiring day. And there's also an add-on handy little muslin bag that really makes cleanup easier. It's kind of like a tea bag for your bath, so you don't have to deal with little loose herbs floating around your bath, because after you relax, you don't want to do a bunch of cleanup. You just want to be able to take the bag out of the water and just be done with your cleanup, right? So this bag makes it so everything dissolves really easily, and then you don't have any cleanup hassle to deal with. So the links for all of these different herbal products I have put in the show notes, that you can access each one of them. And even if If you are local to me, there's something on the page, the main Herbal Products page, with a handy pickup opportunity if you just want to save money on shipping. But I am also able to ship to anywhere in the US. So if you're listening to this, if you want a birthday present for someone this year, if you want to treat yourself, if you got some money as a gift from the holidays, you're looking for something to try out, you can try any or all of these products. You are welcome to ask me any questions on any of them. And thank you very much for listening, and have a blessed day.